Now joining me in studio, Development Manager with the Alzheimer's Association of Central New York Chapter, Bridget Regan, and 2025 Walk to End Alzheimer's Chairperson, Kristen Fada. Sorry, hello, how are you guys doing today?
Very good, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining me today.
Great, thank you.
So start off, tell me a little bit about the Alzheimer's Association, the chapter that you guys are involved with.
Yeah, so we have our local chapter in Syracuse, New York. We offer a bunch of free programs and services for those living with the disease, and also those living, or the caretakers that have to take care of those living with the disease.
Mm-hmm. And this is something that, Alzheimer's affects so many people, and it's something that is just a horrible thing. It's something really hard to deal with. So I know you have a little bit of a personal connection that kind of got you involved with this. If you can maybe share a little bit of your story.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a journey for sure, and I didn't really know a lot about it. I would hear words like dementia and Alzheimer's out there in the community, and a lot of folks don't know that dementia is actually an umbrella terminology, similar to saying somebody has cancer. There are different variations, and Alzheimer's is a variation of a dementia. Mm-hmm. And I have a grandmother on the journey. She is my why. She is and was one of the most incredible, strong-willed women I have ever met in my life. From raising a family, running a farm, she worked in the school, and for over 20 years, she was actually the superintendent at the beef cattle barn for the New York State Fair, and ran the whole process from start to finish, all the logistics, and everyone answered to her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, she sounds like an awesome person, and I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. I'm lucky enough that I haven't had to go through that journey. But if people you guys have a lot of resources that are available, so kind of tell me about those and people that may want those resources.
Absolutely. There are actually a lot of great local resources that some families may not know about. There are support groups, whether you're on the phone or in person locally here. We have a group that gathers monthly, so that's really important. There are educational resources and free seminars on how to help support your loved one. There are activities that caregivers can actually take their loved one who is living with Alzheimer's or another dementia too, where you have the support of volunteers like myself and staff members from the association. And then there are other pieces. There are wander bracelets and tags in case you're separated for whatever reason. And there's just a myriad, and a lot of them are free.
And thank you guys for doing such an amazing thing, and having these resource groups is huge. My mom passed of ALS, and I, learned so much, and there were so many resources, and the amount of people that were there to help her were amazing. But, moving on, these flowers are just so cute, and I know they have a lot of symbolism behind them. So if you guys want to kind of get into that, tell me about them.
Yes, of course.
Start over here.
Start with the blue one?
Yes.
All right, so the blue one represents someone who is living with the disease, Alzheimer's or dementia. The yellow one represents a caregiver. They're caregiving as Kristen. The orange one represents supporter of the mission of the Alzheimer's Association, which is a life without Alzheimer's and all other dementias. And the purple represents I've lost somebody to Alzheimer's. And the white one, want to take it away?
The white one is so special. And it's actually given typically to a child, and there's only one held at each walk, and it represents the first survivor of the disease. And that's the ultimate goal.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so, you talked about a little bit about the walk, and behind us I can see the many different flowers, the colors. So tell me a little bit about the walk, because you guys have had this for a long time now, the walk?
A very long time.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about it.
For quite some time now.
I've been part of the walk for 4 years here since I've learned more about the association and the mission and everything that it represents and has to offer. And so I felt it was really important to be involved and help with planning it, helping to raise awareness. And it's going to be at Hickory's Park. Who doesn't love to be outdoors? It's beautiful there. And a lot of fun and engaging pieces, things for the children also, so that they can start to learn and understand what it's like for folks, and a lot of remembrance. And there are quite a few folks on the journey that are there with us, which is a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
It shows that they're not alone in this fight.
Yeah, coming together and doing
Yes.
something like this, you know, talking to people that you can relate to, but also having fun. It's such a good way to cope and get through things. So, you know, kind of continuing talking about this walk, I know this isn't until September,
Yes.
but are you guys looking for any maybe sponsors, volunteers? Tell me about that.
Of course. So yes, the walk this year is Saturday, September 27th at Hickory's Park, as Kristen said. We are always looking for local sponsors, especially local sponsors. We wanted to show that we are in this community. We are fighting against this disease as one. Volunteers are always welcome. You can always reach out to somebody at the association, myself as well. Day of volunteers is a huge help. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
We need you guys.
Yeah, of course. You know, volunteers really do make a difference with events like these.
It does.
You know, and there's so much that goes into this walk. I don't want to leave anything out. Is there anything else that you really want to add or tell people to make sure they mark their calendar in September?
Yeah, so again, it's really for all ages. We have a kids zone, so it's a lot of fun and it's interactive. We're gonna have a few mascots. I'm not gonna say names just yet.
Okay.
But some local favorites that are gonna be there, just being in a space where we can get together, we can support each other, learn about it. There's a lot of organizations locally who come that also have some supportive services, which has been great. There are some communities, there's home care, there's some great law offices. There are a lot of different local groups who have helped support it over the years. And we want to make sure that people know there are resources and ways to get that information when you need it.
And I just wanted to add on, we would love to have you all there. It is free to register, free to walk. We have our program and services tables set up there. So if you want to learn more information without, maybe if you are a little too shy at first, you can step right up. We have a lot of people there to help out.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today and giving us all that information. And I hope to see you back to talk more about the walk when we get closer.
Thank
We'd
you.
love to.
Yes, thank you guys. For those of you who might have missed those details, the 2025 Walk to End Alzheimer's will be held on September 27th at Hickory's Park, Bandshell, and Owego. The event will begin at 9 a.m. and is organized by the Alzheimer's Association of Central New York chapter to raise awareness, support those living with Alzheimer's and other dementias, and fund essential services like education programs, support groups, and care consultations. They are in need of volunteers and sponsors, so if you are interested, please visit act.alz.org.